this quite often. Come out and say good morning to the sun. When was the time you did that? How many of us are doing it consciously? So today I would start a little wrapping up process with this first initial adventure activation here, and I would like to add an element of community, co-creation, and maybe it's even hard to find like one proper word for it because it's so many things together in it. So when I think of unity, what comes to mind first of all is number 3. In New Time numerology, this is actually signifying the number of Holy Trinity, which I call, and it's connected to our inner child, inner woman, inner man. And once we learn to get united with those inner elements, then everything outside will be also reflecting that. It's really cool how this works hand in hand. And this activates the process of inner alchemy. You have maybe heard I've said I am an inner alchemist. So what does that mean? Alchemy is a process where something is changing its form into something else. And it's actually art. Turn that emotion to joy, or that you are lonely and then you find a partner, or that there is something going on with your body which you're not so happy, and then you start to work with it and it starts to change. So there are many forms for it. So when we talk about the inner archetypes, which were so well introduced to the world by Carl Gustav Jung, and he actually was the one who popularized the inner child aspect of it. And most people, when I talk about archetypes, they who have worked with themselves have also worked or heard at least about the inner child. So that's very popular. When I talk about the inner woman, inner man, then they're like a little confused, like what do you mean? So, and what's beautiful with the inner man and inner woman is that it's given by birth to each one of us humans here. Doesn't matter where you were born, what's your gender. Also men have inner woman, by the way. And if you put that to work, then everything in your life turns easier, more magical, there is more flow and less effort. So, and it's so sad for me to see so many millions of people all over the world have no idea that they even have it. And many times it looks energetically like I talk to someone and they're very sad, and then I see their inner family sitting next to them, so sad, so unemployed, so bored, because they have not been included in that beautiful process. So, and the unity outside and the community outside can be activated much faster with the community inside. So this is where the inner family really comes in handy. So, and if you haven't checked out yet, in this group under guides there is one bonus gift which is called little meditation to meet your inner family. So you can test that out. It's a 20-minute video, and it's recommended to do it in a sitting position, have no disruptions, don't operate any machinery while you're doing it, and you will have an amazing adventure meeting your archetypes, most probably, and then also you may meet also some animals. And after you do it, you could also, I probably will see if I can highlight it more or do a new post about it. I did it, I think, in the beginning. Would be really cool to hear what each one of you sees, because each animal and the way they are also interacting with your inner family archetypes tells a message about your current inner world situation. And recently, when people are interested to look deeper into working with me, one of the first things I ask them, even before they come to the discovery call, is to do that meditation. So, and that also already tells a lot. So if they come to the call and they say like, oh no, I didn't have time, so there is no commitment to the inner work or inner world, so how would that even be if we would work together in the future, or co-create together, maybe even better way to say it. So, but the ones who have done it, the discovery call, the depth, the ability to receive is completely different. It's just like amazing how quickly we can go deep. I can do another 5-minute process. They have been stuck for maybe a year or two, or maybe several decades, and kaboom, it's gone. And then when it's gone, then they're like, that was like powerful, Crystal, I want more. And then that's where the co-creation part starts. So, and until we don't have like acknowledgement of these 3 elements, because these are the basic elements of your body, mind and spirit. So your body is represented by your inner masculine. Your mind is so there is a little trick there, but okay, spirit is represented by your inner woman, and we could say the inner child is represented in all of them. And mind is also mostly representing and represented by the inner masculine. So they all come together. In addition, what's really cool is when we look into manifestation alchemy, and in the future I'm probably going to do like maybe a 4 or 5 day manifestation alchemy reset challenge, and then more adventure to have a more feminine energy, and also to introduce people maybe a 4-day inner family activation reset. So what's really fun about the inner family is when we take on the alchemy manifestation level, is the inner masculine is the positive side, inner feminine negative side, receptive side, and the inner child is the neutral. So in order to manifest fast and quickly and deeply, you have to have all of them together, to work together, to be in coherence together, in alignment. And why so many people are struggling is that, you know, these elements are not aligned. So many people who recently have turned millionaires, if you look at their lives, they actually have activated all 3, even if they're not maybe fully aware of it. And once they look deeper into it, and once they actually consciously activate and also include these elements into their world, their success can multiply and amplify not only 10 times but 100 times. So that's like an amazing power. And what's been really interesting is like I've been now sharing sprinklets of this inner world here while I've lived in America. It has been quite an interesting journey. Just want to show you this beautiful reflection here. It's like a lake. And it has been extra challenging because American collective consciousness is not ready to let go and ready to amplify and multiply to that next level. It's so funny because Europe is so much older and it's smaller and everything kind of goes faster there. And I'm not saying one is better or one is worse, but it's just like the energetics of it is so different. And as you may see now, it's a little more wind. As you may see a little bit of reflection of the clouds here. It's the same. The inner and outer are in constant flow, constant dance of reflection. And when we would like to include more beautiful, community and unitedness into our life, then one of the ways to start with it is with the inner alchemy, inner community. And especially those of us, which is most of the majority of the world now. Nowadays the new time energy kids and adults are changing it quite a bit, but from the times when I was born, and most people who have at that time too, most of us came from families where we didn't get 100% of the love and care, and it wasn't harmony because our parents just didn't know how to do conscious parenting yet. And they just did what they were told. They did their best. And many of these things they did or didn't do created lots of wounds. And when we start to work with and play with the inner family archetypes, all these wounds will surface. And it's very hard, almost impossible, to go right through all of that on your own, because you have been in it for so long, depending how old you are. So that's why it's very, very important when you get to that level, like, okay, I am now ready to start to go deeper in and also have fun with this beautiful inner world. Then find a good coach who you resonate with, who can hold space, who has background in this, knows what she's doing or he's doing, and then go deeper with them. And you are in good hands, and then transformation and progress happens very fast. So, and once you start to do it, what happens is it's really magical. Like, in my case, what I felt was I was never alone anymore. Whatever was happening with the outside people or family or relatives didn't matter, because I was always in connection with my inner family. They were always there. They were and they are the family I never had. They take me as I am. They love me as I am, with everything I am and I am not, including also my weaknesses, my weirdness, my mermaid stuff, unicorn stuff. So all of that and beyond, they really truly love me. They are always here. They always take care of me. They warn me. They celebrate with me. They are always here 24/7. I don't even need to pay any salary, any taxes. They are just there. They are given, God-given gift to each one of us. And once I started to connect with myself from that, like, oh, I'm not alone. I'm always loved. I'm always always connected, and that acknowledgement that I am who I am and it's okay. So that really relaxed me. And before I met Michael, my current husband, I had a major, I would say almost 10-year process with my inner family archetypes. Like, it's such a magical journey. Maybe one day I'll do write like a whole book about each one of them. And just a couple of months before meeting Michael, I started to do this practice with my inner man. That my inner man, as I was going to sleep, my inner man was just holding me, like spooning with me, just holding and making me feel safe. At the time I was in Mexico and I didn't feel very safe there, even though I was safe, but yeah, you never know. So, and the energy and relaxation which came from that was just beyond this world, because I realized since that 6-year-old experience, which you can go back in this video series here, it was the day when we talked about safety, and go through that one more time. So since that 6-year-old experience, then I realized, like, wow, this is one of the reasons, if any of you there also have had that and you haven't worked on that, you create a repellent energy towards men, because this is your way of protecting yourself, because you don't feel safe. So I started to feel safe, and I started to feel this very special energy. I could, like, it's almost like I could do this like sigh, like I'm good, I don't need to like worry anymore. And as I did that, only 2 months later Michael showed up. So, and I wasn't looking anymore. By that time I looked for 14 years. I traveled 30 countries. I was really so committed to find him. And then I understood this is not a very good strategy, especially if you want to find a king, because kings are never going to be chased. Kings come to you. So all of these dynamics and everything my inner family gave me, and so it's just amazing. Once you become friends with them, it doesn't matter how many friends you have physically around you, because you have your family wherever you are. And many people have asked me, like, Crystal, you traveled to 32 countries, lived in like 6, you're always away from your home country, don't you miss it? I miss the nature most of all. I miss my loved ones, of course, and I miss, most of all, I miss like summers, because the summers there are really out of this world. Now, as I'm like in another country and another climate zone where most of the time it's like pretty warm, then 1 year I was back in Estonia and I celebrated spring, like seeing everything turning green and enjoying all of that was so beautiful. And now, especially together with my inner family. So what I would recommend is do the inner family meditation and really take the time, see what happens, who comes. When I do the post, once you do it, maybe you can share, what you saw. If you don't feel safe to share it in the group, you can send a private message to me, and then I can look at that. And every single time I've done that, especially when I've had like group coaching and people have shared, it's been so powerful, because the way we learn to interpret and so on, it starts to really make a difference. It's so fun to understand how the spirit is talking to us, as well. And what I'll say to finish up today is the inner family archetypes are our easiest 3 steps, and a little bridge from the invisible to the visible. They are your team, your family in the invisible world, who will be always there for you, no matter what, no matter where you are, what you're doing, what you're not doing. And they are always there to support you and help you to manifest from the invisible to the visible into this reality. So I'm actually right now experimenting with something very, very big, alchemy-wise, and once that happens, wow, I can only imagine how I can support and help this world and this planet to ascend even faster. So I hope you enjoyed this community, getting together, inner unity, outer unity, live. And the winds have also changed, so hope it wasn't too bad. And please do the meditation, let me know how it was, and I wish you a beautiful day in union and communion with your inner and outer world. And we have a couple of bonus days left, so, and also to finalize this, I will say that's where, when we talk about the deep divine feminine, in that inner family situation, that's where everything comes together, because inner woman is the key bridge between the inner masculine and the inner child. So once these are really connected, reconnected and healed, the magic and depth and things which start to happen are really out of this world. Like me being in Mexico and meeting my future king, coming in on a white sailing boat like in the movies. Unbelievable. And that happened. And this year we are celebrating 7th year of anniversary. So it's possible. Lots of aloha, and let me know if you watch this with a little replay. If you have comments or suggestions, let me know as well. Much mahalo.